Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Dave. Out on a big walk. I've come back to where it all began. 1 year ago, deciding to go out with my camera and record what happens when I head out on a big walk. 1 year since I set out on the little adventure with this YouTube channel that many of you have been on from the beginning, some of you new followers even just in the last week. So this is just going to be a quick video really, summarising what the year's been, having a bit of a chat, having a bit of a wander, and just looking at what's happened 1 year on from the start of Bushcraft Dave. This way, Penny. So let's start where it all began, and that's why I'm out here today on this walk. I'm kind of vaguely trying to retrace my steps a little bit from what I did on the very first walk, on the very first video. Just walking around the local area near my house, this time with the addition of Penny. We didn't have Penny 1 year ago, so a lot's changed. So yes, 7th of March 2021 was the very first video on the Bushcraft Dave channel, and when I set about making the videos, I didn't have any particular idea what the channel would be. I had no idea how often videos would go out. I just wanted to get out and about and record what happened. And 1 year later, I've done one video every week for the whole of that year. So 52 videos, I think, plus maybe a couple of extra ones that I did. Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe there's about 53, 54 videos up, but definitely one went out every Sunday for the whole of that first year. I had no idea what would happen in terms of subscribers, whether people would even be vaguely interested in what was going on, whether anyone would comment on my videos, like my videos, whether it would last more than just that first video, if I'm being totally honest. And 1 year later, with over 400 subscribers, is absolutely insane. So thank you to every single person who has subscribed to the channel in that time, and in theory to anyone who is subscribing in the future and now looking back at some of these videos. Thank you very much. It means a lot to know that there are people out there who are interested in the stuff that I'm doing, because I think even without the channel I would be still going out and doing walks, but I probably wouldn't be doing them as often. I'd still be considering going out and doing cooking and things and camping and being in the outdoors, but I don't think I'd do it as often. So having the channel has been a real big motivation for me getting out and about. I guess in general, year on year, I think I am probably about 1 or 2 stone lighter than I was 1 year ago. I'm pretty much consistent at that point, because if you remember back to that very first video, I was doing it also for health benefits, to get out and about and be healthy. And I've done that. And during the time that we've been out and about on our adventures together, I can't quite believe how much I've been able to do. So the majority of what I've been doing has been out and about in the Peak District, mainly following walks from the Collins Rambler's Guide to the Peak District. 30 walks in that book, and I've done 28 of them. 28 out of 30. Big old hikes. Some challenging. You know, the most recent one that I did out of that book with Mrs. Bushcraft Dave was heckish challenging in this driving snow and rain. But I've been and visited so many places that I wouldn't have visited. Seen lots of things I wouldn't have seen. And who knows where my adventures are going to take me this year. I've obviously got the last 2 walks to finish out of that book. But I've also got the Collins Rambler's Guide to the Lake District. So I think I'd like to do some stuff there over the course of this year. But I've also got, thanks to my brother for my birthday recently, the Collins Rambler's Guide to the Yorkshire Dales, which is also not that far away. You know, sometimes it's taken me an hour to drive to the Peak District. The Yorkshire Dales is about an hour and a half away. So it's going to be good. Come on, Penny. So definitely loads more adventures yet to come on the channel. And I've been joined along the way on those adventures by quite a few different people. I'm sure I'm going to end up forgetting somebody, but I was joined on my travels on a couple of occasions by my friend Alexi, who I'm also hoping to get back out camping again with, maybe even in the next few weeks. Not quite decided what we're going to go and visit or what we're going to do, but we just wanted to get outdoors again. And so hopefully we're going to get that done very soon. I was joined by my friend Kim on one of the walks as well. So hopefully we might see Kim in a walk again. And ultimately, the big dog. And I don't mean Penny, I mean Mrs. Bushcraft Dave and the 2 Bushcraft children who've joined me on a few walks during this adventure. And I couldn't mention Mrs. Bushcraft Dave without giving her a wholehearted shout out, really. I mean, as long as these walks take me to do, and sometimes it can be, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours walking. It takes her about the same time as that in terms of hours. You know, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to put these videos together. She's so talented. And, you know, the amount of extra sniffs and snorts and coughs and splutters and, you know, generally me rambling and talking nonsense that would be included in these videos, above the amount of nonsense that I normally talk, would be huge. And we'd probably have, I bet you she could edit together a 3-hour video of just me sniffing. But bless her, she does an amazing job. And I've no doubt she'll be out on my adventures again. So I've done some wonderful things during this year with some wonderful people, including your good selves that have joined me on these walks. And really now we're looking ahead to what next year, well, this year is going to bring, really. I did talk in my New Year video about some of the things that I've got planned, so I won't go over old ground. But I definitely want to get... Come on. Come on. Okay, she's seen Summit. What have you seen? What have you seen? What have you seen? Ready? What have you seen? Come on. Come on. Good girl. So yeah, in the year ahead, lots more walks, lots more adventures, and we'll see what we get up to. I guess the last thing I'd want to leave you with, other than a massive thank you, and if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe and click that bell notification to continue to join me on these adventures. But what I'd love to know So if you would stick a comment in, that would be absolutely awesome. What sort of things you've enjoyed from the last year? What's been your highlights of things that you've watched me do on my channel? But also, what sort of things do you want to see more of or less of during this next year of adventures? Do you want to see just more adventures, maybe slightly more extreme, doing stuff more challenging? Do you want to see more cooking? Is that the sort of thing that you're tuning in for? Do you want to see more of me just generally chatting rubbish? Because I guarantee you that's going to happen regardless. Maybe you want to see more of me out and about camping. Let me know in the comments what sort of stuff you want to see from the year ahead. But for now, I'm going to figure out what this troublemaker wants to do next, because we're having a lovely walk, and now I need to get planning what my next adventure is going to be. I've got a busy week or two coming up. I'm doing the musical Cats in about a week or two's time in Barnsley, so that's going to keep me busy. But then school holidays are coming up, and I can get myself out and about doing all sorts of stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting planned, getting organised and getting out there. Thank you so much for joining me on this 1 year anniversary of Bushcraft Dave. Thank you for joining me on my adventures, and we will see you in the next one.